Myesha here. I have some beautiful, beautiful people I'm interviewing. Ladies, please introduce yourself.
Angy Boss. I am a local makeup artist here in Sacramento.
And I am Teresse Marie, and I am a local model to Sacramento.
She is one of my favorite muses. She actually came to me from a post not very long ago, and we have been collaborating since and making some fun things happen.
So, post on Instagram or Facebook?
Both.
Wow. Okay, so for the models out there, or women or men who want to be models, and you're on Facebook or Instagram, this connection could happen.
Absolutely.
You know?
My recommendation is to join all the groups on Facebook. Join all the Sacramento photographers, Sacramento makeup artists, Sacramento models, Sacramento group artists, any artist group that exists in the realm of where you want to enter. I encourage you guys join it because it's places like that we as artists look and seek models or photographers or co-makeup artists and hair artists to collaborate with.
So we forgot to tell everyone what you guys do. What do you guys do? The camera's right there.
We did actually tell them.
Yeah.
We said I'm the makeup artist
and
she's
model. Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a long night.
Yes. So you guys always do things like your modeling stuff together, or you have your own thing and you have your own thing?
I think it's a joint effort when we come together, but at the same point, like we work with other people, you know. So I mean, I'm not the only model. She paints a pretty face on, you know. So like I work on my own, and then you kind of feed off of each other too. So you know, you start networking and things like that, where I might know a photographer that she doesn't know, or vice versa. It ends up growing your network and things like that.
Okay. Very nice.
Well put. Yes. Yes,
So,
same. So I work with many different models, as you guys saw earlier.
Yeah. Oh,
Lucinda.
Oh my goodness, Lucinda! When she walked in, I was like, "Who did your makeup? That is amazing." Yes,
Just
go ahead,
kidding,
girl.
just kidding. I like to stay modest and humble. I am at the same time proud of myself.
She doesn't.
No.
I don't stay modest.
Kind of.
Only around the people that I know very well am I a little more loose about myself. No, I think that the reason why I feel like some of my work comes out, you know, with that result is because I put so much love and passion into what I do. I literally put everything I have, every emotion, every experience of my life, every, you know, idea of faith and knowledge and what my purpose is in life. I try to put all of that into my creations, and it, I guess, comes off as
Wonderful. Wonderful art.
Definitely.
She's my face too today.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Normal makeup. She went normal.
You said
Just
normal
the
makeup.
norm.
Now, I've modeled before, so I know what you're talking about when you're saying normal makeup.
Yeah.
But the people that don't know what normal makeup is versus the other makeup, what is it?
So normal makeup would be what you know, take pictures on and throw on your Instagram, or, you know, you go out to the pumpkin patch with your family, or you go to Aftershock tomorrow, or not, or you go creative, you know, and got the white face paint and the crazy dots, and it's beautiful, but it's not normally something you're going to go out at night and wear.
Yeah.
We were actually considering doing that look on her today prior to the show, but then we were like, we might kind of scare people, so
Yeah.
we decided not to go that route.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe next time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did actually prepare a young lady who shot today with one of the photographers for Aftershock tomorrow, so she's got a phenomenal look. Hopefully I can maybe share in the comments at some other point so you guys see what Aftershock makeup would look like.
Yes.
Before I even get to her, because I don't even know what we're doing there.
All the things. I might be in horns. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, so you do all that too? Like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. So now, how did you learn how to do all this?
Things just happen. So I'll give you an example. I don't know. I guess I think to myself that I can do it. If it exists and someone's done it, then I can do it.
Okay.
So with that said, I'll give you a classic example. A few days ago, I was shooting with a really talented photographer down in the Bay Area, and one of my dearest, nearest friends, also the very first female that I did a creative shoot on, or creative concept on. I turned her into a golden goddess.
You want to say her name?
Absolutely. Belle Sophie is her name. You can find her
Belle
under...
Sophie.
And on her Instagram at I am Belle Sophie. She actually had some beautiful things to say today, which made me very emotional. So here's your shout out, girl. Go follow her, Belle Sophie. I am Belle Sophie. This woman is absolutely stunning. And Ivan Duran was the one that shot the thing. Well, I got there and I thought we had wardrobe ready, but we didn't.
Oh no.
So rather than panic, I opened my trunk of handy dandy supplies, and I had a gold sequin backdrop.
She's prepared.
I had a gold sequin backdrop. I wrapped it around her and started cutting and tying and moving.
Uh-huh.
Were you there?
No, but I got the video of what she was doing and then what it looked like.
I'm gonna be able to put that up there
it's
too.
Amazing.
And turned a little, ending to it, and she was ready to shoot. She was wardrobe ready, and it really did.
Not bragging.
Wait
Not
a minute.
bragging,
You know
but
what?
it looked like an Oscar outfit.
You know what I just thought of? If we ever somehow got caught in the wilderness,
Uh-huh.
you can get
We're
like
going to Angy.
leaves and
Yep.
bushes and tie them together.
She's gonna come up with some couture
I got some
dress.
maple leaves the other day, and I'm like, oh, let me figure out. Oh, I'm just gonna like glue these maple leaves on something and turn someone into like a fall tree. Like,
There you go.
by the way, that's coming.
She will spray paint you though.
Yes,
just an FYI. She might spray paint you.
Don't tell them what I use. Don't give off my secrets. Always does this.
It's not for the faint-hearted.
Oh my goodness.
But the ones that get through it always love the results.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Another thing recently that happened is I had been reaching out to some friends and creatives in the area that make like headpieces for photo shoots and things like this. So I was excitedly, looking to make these unique pieces, and we have some made. She modeled a couple of really amazing pieces actually by Lindsay Brownlee, who is a good friend of mine, and she is under Bella Wren Studios on Instagram. You can see some of her amazing work.
Yeah.
She's leaving town, so she's like, I can't make any more for the time being. I'm going to Canada. I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I poured out everything I had in the bags, and I said, okay, I'm gonna make this. And within like an hour and a half, I had this extravagant, big black and purple headpiece, and everyone's like, wait, what? So
you're just super creative.
Where does it come?
It just comes out of nowhere, and you just start working.
It just comes.
That's wonderful.
I learned to embrace it a while ago.
Yeah.
So at some points I'm like, no, this is weird. No one's ever done that. Or why would anyone think this is
weird with it? Get
oh my
strange
god!
Yeah.
As soon as
you get some beautiful stuff out of that. You might get a couple ugly pieces, but you'll get the majority.
And
somewhere in there,
you know her longer, so you tell her the ugly pieces. I'll just be like, oh, that's interesting.
No, like if I was a temp to, she would be like, oh, okay, well, all right, well, just keep working on it. Just keep working on it,
That's happened. Some bad pieces have come out of it. Ali Vitali, I will not forget this. You gave me a long amount of your time. Poor model. I scheduled her for one of my 31 days of October. This also happens. And we were gonna do the cat out of Alice in Wonderland. So I painted and painted and painted and painted for almost 6 hours, and then said, please go wash your face and don't you even take a photo, because I would die if anybody saw this and thought it was my work. So
wait a minute. So
I did not show
it. You painted this lady for 6 hours, and then you didn't like it. What did she do?
She was like, you know what, sometimes it happens, trial and error. She went and washed it off, and she was back 3 days later, and we created a Mad Hatter sicker than you know.
There you go.
So it worked out great. She said I redeemed myself. I like that.
So she was graceful.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We had another great shoot. We just actually did another one with her and her girlfriend, so that was really fun. I have met just some of the most amazing people doing this.
That's wonderful.
I just moved back to Sacramento about a year ago, and San Francisco.
Okay.
In a place where I had already started gaining a little bit of an audience. You know, I started there with Belle Sophie. Just randomly went on Facebook, and I was like, I want to do something different. I'm tired of the everyday makeup. I want to do something different, and decided this golden goddess theme. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know how I was going to do it. The night before, I sat there and started putting things together and spraying it, and I had a piece for her. I painted her from head to toe in gold, and I lined up rhinestones that went around her leg and around her body and down her arm, and with the suit on. So
I want to be rhinestoned.
You should definitely be rhinestoned.
That sounds so pretty.
I guess you're gonna have to check out some of my work to find out.
Yes. Before you leave, you're gonna get me on your Instagram and on your Facebook so I can check all of it out.
Yes, ma'am. By all means.
Yes.
Everybody, check it out. Instagram. I'm Artistic Creations by Angy with a Y, Angy. That's done for a reason. So I would love to see what you guys think. I would love to see what you guys want to see other than what I've got. I have a few things coming up. I've got a pirate, a Cruella de Vil. We've got some interesting things coming with her. We never know. Things just happen.
Mm-hmm. So what's happening? What's coming up for you? What next big adventure?
Next big adventure is Aftershock tomorrow. So there's going to be that.
So now, what exactly is Aftershock?
It's a huge rock festival in Sacramento.
Okay.
It's by 98 Rock. So, yeah. So I'll be there for the whole weekend. Took a couple days off work to go. And then.
Did your work know? What did you call it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I applied for PTO.
Place. Okay.
Y'all
just
know.
Sure.
So I work every weekend normally. So so I took some time off, and then I'll be doing a shoot with her and Richard Ty West on Sunday morning before the show, and then going to the show.
Very awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
And then on the 21st, we're doing her very first underwater pool underwater.
Yes.
So photographer will be the amazing Ivan Duran. Models will be Kim Amore, Teresse, Marie, and Isa. I don't remember her name, but I will also put that in the comments. So I'm really excited about you guys seeing that stuff.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
I've seen those photos. Please tell me how you're feeling about that.
I'm nervous.
I would be too.
I'm
nervous
super
for you.
nervous. I am one of those people that I don't necessarily float and I don't sink.
Oh, gosh.
So like I'm kind of right in the middle.
Yes.
And so I'm a little nervous about trying to be graceful underwater.
Yeah.
I know most people are very graceful. I look more like a fish out of water in the water. So I'm a little petrified. I might let the other models like take the underwater stuff and just take that.
Just hover over.
You don't want to
just like next to the pool.
You don't want to have a good experience. You'll be okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll try it, but I'm gonna get some shots outside.
If something happens and you do something happens, maybe there'll be a cute fireman or something.
That comes out to rescue her.
Where?
I don't know anything
do
about
it.
that.
It's an experience. Not a lot of models get that opportunity to do the underwater photo shoot.
That's true.
It'd be wonderful.
Yeah. Until I drown. And I hope somebody
and if you
this is our last photo.
If you just see the person that's going to create these images, you would understand.
Okay.
And for any of my followers and stuff and my friends that have seen Ivan's photos, he's the guy that shot by the Golden Gate Bridge, and there's a huge, just red flowing piece of fabric. It's incredible, the stuff that he does.
I think I've seen that before.
It's absolutely amazing. So underwater, like she said, I can't imagine what he's going to do with something like that.
Okay, you just put it all in Ivan's hands.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the best thing to do when you go to a photo shoot, especially if you could trust the photographer and everyone there. You just put it in their hands, and everything
until
will
the
turn out
edits
so
come out.
nice.
Yeah. And then the edits come out, and you're like, wait, but fix that. Then we become divas.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. We're not really
we want our pictures. We want our pictures. What am I doing?
I don't know, but that lag is throwing me off. I'm like, what am I doing if I have?
So I have a question for you. Have you ever done nude photos?
100%.
You have?
Oh, yeah.
So how did you get started with the... Nemo's over here with both thumbs up.
Yeah.
So how did you get started with nude photos?
To be honest with you, so what started me in general was kind of a big F you to my ex-husband.
Go ahead now.
He told me that I could never model, and he broke the portfolio that I had, and so I kind of took it as I took it as a challenge when after we separated.
Not my portfolio.
You ain't gonna tell me what to do. So basically, I didn't start nude modeling. I did a shoot for a magazine, and then I worked with Yancy Mendoza, who did some of my quite a few of my very first shoots. We worked together really well, and when you work with a photographer a lot, you get really comfortable. Mm-hmm. And like Yancy and I became best friends, and I didn't feel threatened or anything like that. And he would have these different ideas. Hey, let's try this. Hey, let's try that. Once you gain that comfort with a photographer, it wasn't something that I went in going, I'm going to shoot naked. I went in going, I'm going to trust him, and if I don't like what's being captured or if I feel uncomfortable in any way or anything like that, then, you know, it's a wrap, or I'm not going to do it again, or, you know, whatever. And the pictures were beautiful. I mean, I had, like, limits. Like, there's certain things I don't show, and that's just where I'm at with it. Mm-hmm. You know, no harm on girls that show whatever. I don't care.
There's a fine line you see on the other side of the line. Right?
Yeah. Like, okay. I'm not
You're
trying
tasteful.
to be I just for me it's about the art, you know. It's about what kind of feeling can you elicit by sharing this picture. Mm-hmm. And you know, of course there's going to be a sexual energy to it, but is there anything else? You know, does it go any deeper than that? So
I've asked that question to all the models tonight, and they've all said no.
That's to each their own.
So when you said yes, I was like, oh,
okay.
So where can we find those photos?
I'm
helping the guys out.
Them by contacting her through DM, and she will tell you what the cost of each package is. Or you can contact your manager.
Stop.
In this case, I will take a percentage.
Hit up Angry Boss. This is when she gets angry about her money.
Pay
Don't
her.
mess with my money.
You gotta pay to see the goodies now.
Yeah, and I you know, honestly, it really does come down to that, because it's not just her going out naked. There's so much nude stuff on the internet that you can get for free, but are you getting quality art that speaks to you on a different level? Are you getting a quality artist portraying this art? There's so much that goes behind it, and you know, if you want to see the goods, you gotta pay the price to see the goods.
Nothing wrong with it.
How much for the goodies?
Memo just said how much to see the goodies.
Well, I don't think we can put a price on it like
and
that.
He has a big smile on his face.
Well, are we talking like the printed, like on metal, like you're gonna hang it in your living room type, or are we talking about like you just?
I think he wants to hang it on his wall.
You want the digital? Do you want the 4x7? Like all matters.
You want it on a keychain?
What is the popular picture? What is the popular?
Well, that's to each their own too, because I mean, you're gonna get some that are like really artistic and like.
Okay.
I don't think she has anything that you can Google like with her name and it pops up.
No, they're all gonna be censored.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, you can go to
So now, how do you?
I mean, there are some apps like
How do you keep it off the internet? Like.
Well, so like my censored photos are on my modeling page on Facebook.
Oh, you have something over?
Yeah, so there's either a blur or a dot or something like that. So you get
only
of the feel.
The full product you and the photographer have access to, correct?
Okay. Right.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was
saying.
So
if it leaks, it's one of the two people.
Yeah.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, or, you know, somebody that gets a hold of your stuff that can get access to.
So are you ever in front of the camera? Or you're always in the background doing the makeup and all?
Every now and again, I've had the luxury of hopping in front of a camera just for fun. Never to like be a model. I am, you know, the next Instagram model. Never for that. But you know, once in a while, a girl likes to have fun too and have a couple of pictures. I want my son to grow up and go, oh, my mom was actually kind of pretty one day. You know, this kind of stuff. But I was lucky enough to get connected to Lance, who did my very first like new life, new chapter kind of photos, and he seems to have an eye for capturing people the way that they want to be seen or captured. And he did submit that to Sarta magazine that got published. My published photos, guys.
She got published photos.
They're beautiful.
Thanks.
They're beautiful.
Lance Miller, thank you for that. And at other times I've been on a lot of work trips, doing makeup. I've worked with CJ Sparks, another amazing artist. She's a 7-time Playboy Playmate. She is one of my best friends. I would say I met her about 2011 in church.
Stop
Funny
it.
where you will
Stop
lead
it.
people.
Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
True story.
Okay.
Just because you're a Playboy Playmate does not mean you do not have faith in your God. I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yes. Okay.
So,
no judgment.
No, none whatsoever. So CJ and I made really good friends, and she kindly invited me to some really fun events and work trips with her. I got to travel a little bit. I saw some Mexico, some Hawaii, really fun stuff. And I see her working all the time. What led us into this conversation? I went into a tangent when I speak of my CJ.
I think I asked you
myself.
about if you ever were in front of the camera.
Yes. Okay, so in those trips, every so often, the photographers will ask me to hop in front. I love them. Matthew Cousins is one of my favorite photographers. He's down in the Southern California area. He is probably the only one that can capture me, and I feel like I look good. So
Memo's over here flirting.
Every so often.
So, is there anything that you guys want the world to know about you before we wrap up?
I'm gonna let you start.
Closing remarks.
Something about me. Okay, one of the reasons I think Guillermo and I were talking about this the other day. The reason that I was contacted or invited, Guillermo told me he found a post that I had made. Would you like to talk about this particular post, sir? So that I'm not talking about myself.
Come on around.
Well, you know how we support each other. We support artists. We support models, makeup artists, DJs. Her post caught my attention that, she wants to unite Sacramento businesses, everybody coming together and bringing something special out of it. That's what caught my attention. And that's why I brought her here, because I wanted to, from your own words, tell us about what that post meant to you.
Okay. So the reason I posted that is I had the pleasure of starting my creative, venture in San Francisco. And San Francisco is just so diverse and so full of amazing creative minds. And somehow it seems as though they flourish because they flourish together. They help each other. They assist each other. They want to be part of each other's growth.
Yeah.
Something I noticed in the nature of artists in Sacramento was there was a lot of competition. I feel like if we learn to grow and be better than ourselves and not worry about somebody else being better than us or us being better than somebody else, we will move so much further in life. And by helping each other, by being support to each other, hey, I'm really good at this part of makeup. I'd love to show you that because I've noticed you're really good at this. Can you show me how you do that?
I can teach you anytime.
Since Guillermo knows all the makeup tricks.
I want to be a makeup artist.
Pretty much, I guess, what I would like to say about me is I'm doing this because I have a love and passion for it, and I waited far too long to venture into it. I spent many years of my life in a tradition and culture where, the quote-unquote brain towards learning, like to be a doctor and an engineer and a lawyer or whatever, was so much more important than using the creative mind because for some reason there's no respect for creativity. So for a long time I held on to this, urge for wanting to create, and I feel like if I had started sooner I'd be a lot more progressed. But I'm proud of myself for progressing the way that I am. I'm proud of myself for putting myself out there and being open to constructive criticism, to compliments, to praise, to everything. I'm open.
I really don't care. You're an amazing person, and I don't care what people say about you. You're beautiful. You're blessed. You have so much talent. Both of you have talent that you gotta get it out there. You know. I seen your videos all morning. You know, you're like, damn, man, I want to be there.
I want to watch this.
No, I want to watch how they do it. You know.
Right.
But you're so much talented. Both of you have so much talent. Don't let nobody tell you what the fuck to do. You know, fuck them. You know.
Right.
Show the world. I'm sorry, but you know.
My parents might be listening to this.
Sorry, guys.
Bleed.
But you know, these are really respectful, powerful women, and I got a surprise for you guys. And I know you guys, you know, saw them earlier.
Yes.
You know, but we're gonna show the viewers.
Let's do it.
You know.
Yay.
You want to bring them, Shadow? So I got Angry Boss, and we're gonna talk about angry.
Tell them about why it's Angry Boss.
Tell me why it's Angry Boss.
Okay, so I got this lovely T-shirt that has my photo on it. However, Guillermo, when he initially contacted me, had seen my name as Angry Boss instead of Angy Boss. He goes, "Oh, when I see your name, I see angry." So I said I would honor his nickname for me, and I will take the T-shirt in Angry Boss instead of Angy Boss, and I've signed the wall of visitors with Angry Boss.
So she's officially the Angry Boss of La Cool Radio, but I changed it to La Queens of La Cool Radio.
All right, hey.
And I also got Teresse, so Marie too.
So close. He's so
Teresse.
There it is.
Teresse.
This is how I remembered. Stress, Teresse.
Teresse. Okay, there you go. Sorry, guys. So look at those amazing pictures. Two beautiful women. Amazing. You know, I love that picture. That red picture right there.
Richard West.
Yes, big shout out to Richard. We're working on you to getting. I know he's a couple busy. Yep. He'll be free in November. You know, we've been talking.
Nice.
So big shout out to Richard. I know he has this whole couple of weeks. He's been busy, so I've been trying to get him, but he's
all of the artists. It's October. Everyone seems to be really busy. I don't remember the last time I slept.
It was a while
over
ago.
like 2 hours.
Oh, look, Richard's watching. Hi, Richard.
Hey, Richard.
We'll see you Sunday.
Can I go Sunday?
A big shout out. I know I've been, very active in making sure that I let everybody that's been on this project in October with me and made this possible with me and put out the word and shared with their fans and their followers. Huge thank you to all of you. I mean, from the photographers to the models to the peacemakers to everybody that assisted, and I will definitely, once we are done with the project, have a individual thank you for every single one of you. I cannot tell you how much everybody has meant to me. I cannot tell you how much I have been inspired by every single one of you that I've worked with. I mean, whether it's a photographer, a subject that I know nothing about, really.
Well, you have a new family here in La Cool Radio.
Hey, we'll be back.
No, they'll be back. Trust me, it's not over yet. Second part's coming.
That was the introduction.
This is just us. Hi, hello. Next one will be a lot more entertaining.
Yes. Well, ladies, I want to thank you tonight for coming. You know, it's an honor and pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
And I hope we could work more. Next time, I want you to maybe come do a live painting here.
Hey, I'm always open to that.
You gonna get painted?
She's over there like, this is my turn.
Emma's gonna get painted.
I don't know if she wants to paint. Well, any shout out before we leave?
Big shout out to my Teresse here.
Teresse, her baby, second baby.
My Sacramento muse, since CJ left me to LA and Belle stayed in San Francisco and hasn't moved to Sacramento with me. I now have a new muse.
I'll accept the position.
Can I join too?
I was trying to get in on all of this.
I always feel left over.
All right. Well, it was such a pleasure to be here. Thank you guys for having us, and we're excitedly looking forward to the next fun stuff.
Yes, to the next fun stuff.
All right.
Hope what craziness we're gonna get involved.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Thank you guys for watching, you guys. We'll be back with our next guest. Ciao.